everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, my name's Cam, and today is going to be my, as promised, all things pink. So I went through and picked out, like, pink packaging. I even went through and picked out my pink brushes. I got, like, so there's a few items that don't have pink on the packaging, but either the product inside them has pink, or they look very, very beautiful. So I'm just going to get right on in, because there's going to be a lot of get ready with me's this month, if I can English today. But I'm going to use the Pretty Vulgar Uncaged eyeshadow base, and the packaging on this is pink. Oh, first let me go in with my Buxom gloss in the shade Clara. The product is pink, and the handle is like really pretty. I use a plumping lip gloss as I like do my eyeshadow and my face makeup to get my lips all nice and prepped and ready for lipstick to go on them, because I want them to be nice and plump. Like before I sat down, I put on a chapstick to nice and hydrate my lips, and then I put on a plumping lip gloss so that way they're nice and ready and fluffy and gorgeous for lipstick application. And like I've said a million times, that eyeshadow base is my favorite. This one right here, the Pretty Vulgar one. Okay, and I'm going to be using 3 different palettes today for my eyeshadow. So first is the Naked Cherry. So here is what that looks like. I'm going to mainly be focusing on this shade right here and the shade Feels. And then I'm also going to be using my Marvelous Mauve's Dose of Color eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to be going into this shade called Spaced Out. And then I'm also going to be using the middle shade from this Kaja stack in Rose Water. This is their first stack, and that is the shade I'm going to be using. I do want to keep it like my man in mind. So first I'm just going to take Feels on my brush, dab it off, and then circle it on the outer edge of my eye, and then up into my crease, and blending it upward to get like this soft, subtle makeup look, because personally my man doesn't like it when I'm wearing a whole lot of makeup. He'd prefer me not go without any makeup, but I wanted to definitely make this video, and I do want to look nice when I go out on a date with my man. So I'm just going to dust this very nice and till I feel like I've got enough pigment that I want. I'm drinking Kool-Aid, probably not the best thing. I've been sick. Like, I woke up not feeling great yesterday. I went to bed not feeling great. And I woke up at 3 this morning just not feeling good at all. I was like, ugh. And I went to my first class, because I have 2 classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I went to my first class, and I ended up having to leave the classroom a few times, and I'm going to do the same thing over here. So after I left the class, so I work right after my first class until 12:30, and my next class starts at 1. And then I go back to work after that class until basically close. So today I wasn't feeling good, and I was just nauseous, and working with kiddos is not the best thing. And when you work with kiddos and you're not feeling good, you have to constantly take your temperature, because if you spark a temperature, you are infectious according to the bylaws, so you have to leave. Like, even if a child gets a fever, they have to leave. Like, it's not a joke. I moved my light a little bit. Hopefully that's better. I don't know. We'll have to just work. So I think this eye is deeper than this one, so I'm going to do a little bit more on my right eye. And then I went to my first class, went to work. Somebody else had already called out, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to stay, feeling like poop. So I'm done with Feels and the Urban Decay palette, so now I'm just going to jump into Dose of Colors Spaced Out here. And I'm going to use this one from Jeffree Star. This is the Murphy and Jeffree Star number 12 brush. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to keep it very low to the lash line and just deepen it up just a wee bit. And I'm going to do that a few times. So I went to my first class, went to work, went to my second class, and then I went home. I was like, I'm not going back to work. So somebody else had called out, so I didn't want to leave earlier. And then I was like, well, if you can move people around, can I go home? So she moved things around for me gratefully. Like, I am so appreciative that she did that. And I got to go home, and I was like, oh, I just don't feel good. And I come home and start drinking Kool-Aid when I've been getting sick all day long. TMI, I know, but that's just how my day has been. So now that I'm done with my day, next I want to keep this very subtle, like I said, and I'm going to go into the row stack, and this is the middle one, so you get your top, your middle, and your bottom. The bottom of this one fell out because I dropped it. I pressed it right back in there, and it seems to be fine for right now. So I just noticed that I'm only using one shade from each eyeshadow palette. I think that's so funny. But I'm just going to take this on my finger and dab it on my eye. What's your guys' favorite Kool-Aid flavor? I want to know. Leave a comment down below. Or do you like Kool-Aid, or what do you drink if you don't drink Kool-Aid? We hardly ever drink Kool-Aid, but we have like 3 or 4 packets sitting in our drawer. And we decided might as well start decluttering things a little bit at a time. And I'm going to go back into that first brush and just dust out my crease. So I don't know, we like Kool-Aid, we buy Kool-Aid, but it gets like lost in our drawers and then we forget we have it. And we just end up drinking water or milk all the time. I personally don't like milk, but my man does. So I got glitter all in my brush. Even my setting spray is pink. This is the Too Faced Peach Mist Setting Spray. And I just now really noticed that nothing in, I don't think more than one brand shows up for one item. So I'm not just using the same brands over and over and over. That's a fun challenge. I didn't realize I did that. So that was my, oh, maybe I should do my other eye. There's that. I did end up wetting my finger, and I did like that a little bit more, but you can build it up on its own. Next, I'm going to go to primer, and this is the Fenty Beauty, what is this? This is the Soft Silk Pro Filter Primer. Because I feel like it, I don't want to say pore fills, but I want to say blurs. It blurs everything. And it's soft silk, so it's supposed to give you like this dewy, very hopefully skin-like finish. I've used a lot of this primer. I actually really do like it, and that says something for having as much primers as I do. I think I have more primers than anything else in my collection. Well, not eyeshadow palettes, but you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. And then I'm going to go into this Pacifica. Then I'm going to go into the Pacifica A Light Clean Foundation, and it's got this really pretty packaging. I got this from Ulta, and I know Tati Beauty did a review on this brand, so I can link her channel in the cards to see like a review of more in-depth, like more things from the brand, because I only really have that one. And I'm going to be using my Jaclyn Hill and Morphe, this is the JH03 brush. I know that Makeup Shayla, has done a review on this, and she says it was the best to wear to weddings. And personally, I think it's nice, but I don't think it covers up my blemishes the way I wish it would. Like, it's a natural kind of foundation, and I'm more of a full coverage queen, I suppose. I'm going to take just a little bit more, take it down my neck, right behind my ears, on my temporal lobes because I get very self-conscious about that. And just a teeny weeny little bit on my chin here and on my forehead. So other than being sick, my life has been going pretty good. Got a math test taken. I think it was Tuesday. We have a reading done. We're almost to the psychology part of my philosophy course. So that's really exciting. My beauty blender is behind the drawer that my tripod's stating, at least my clean pink one. So I'm just going to use my dirty blue one. Pretend it's pink because I do have a million pink sponges, not just beauty blender, but this one specifically is beauty blender. So I got it on sale during the holiday season. Concealer, none other, I don't think I can get away with using a different one, is the Jeffree Star concealer. I have mine in the shade C5. Oh no, I have mine in the shade C6. So I'm just going to go a little bit there, go a little bit out towards the end, my nose. I don't remember. I remember using this a lot, but I don't recall this setting down and me having a hard time like blending it out or setting anything. So that has to mean that it didn't do that. So we're just gonna get going. I don't have any, I haven't set up my whole little kit. And the concealer brush that comes in the Jeffree Star bundle, I'm not the biggest fan of. It's not the best for my eye shape. So that's why I'm not using that one. But I really do love the formula of this. Well, I just told you I don't really remember, and I'm telling you I love it, but I specifically didn't remember if it creased under, I had to work fast, because having to work fast doesn't mean a concealer is bad. Okay, so there is my concealer. Now I'm going to set the face, and I'm going to use my Jeffree and Morphe JS2, and I'm also going to be, oh no, I lied, this is Jeffree Star too, never mind. So this is the Jeffree Star setting powder, and I've got mine in the shade Fair. I really do like this because you have a spin thing, so you can close it if you wish, so a little bit of powder still gets out, like if you're traveling and it's moving around a whole lot, but I don't find that it is too much, like one use. It's less than one use spills out. The only thing about this though is it is very finely milled, so if you're talking or breathing in, you'll get it in your mouth. So I'm just going to set everywhere I put concealer, so here, here, and on my forehead with this, but I'm not going to talk while I do it. Cotton candy though, it smells so good. And to set the rest of my face, I will be using my pressed powder from Collab, Kill the Shine, in this shade Porcelain. I don't want to show you the front of this. I didn't really have a pink setting powder, per se, so I didn't feel it was necessary to... I could have brought in this one or the Clinique one, because this one is just matte black. Oh, and with this, I'm just going to go over that powder and everywhere I didn't set, because I have a very oily skin, and I feel that if I don't set my face, everything is going to run off my face or transfer or everything. And the only reason I'm not showing you the front of this powder is because it is in a project pan, and I don't want you to see my project until next month. So that is insane. I'm doing my first inventory in a month. I did bring one more item into my Shop My Stash, because one item I don't feel I'm going to use until the summertime, and I was like, well, I could be reaching for something else rather than forcing myself or reach for something else rather than just not using one of the items. And I'm just going to take a clean brush and run it over my skin. Make sure I've got no like loose powder floating around. I feel like I look pretty skin-like, I suppose. So now what we're going to do is, I think I'm going to do my under eyes. So first I'm going to take the Hive shade from the Urban Decay. I'm going to take that on the same fluffy brush that I was using. I'm just going to dip into the very itty-bitty littlest bit, just so I can get that on my underneath my eye. The next brush that I use and dip into the Marvelous Mauves. Ooh, just shoved my thumb into the middle shade. And I'm going to go into Spaced Out on the very tip of the brush and just kind of connect my corners here. And then take whatever's left and blend this shimmer shade. I seen, what's her name? March Beauty Word, Samantha March, just filmed a video with the Pillow Talk palette from Charlotte Tilbury. And she brought her eyeshadow like all the way over. I normally don't do that. I normally bring my shadow to like right here. And I was like, you know what, that looks gorgeous. Let me see if that works on me, because you never know, something can look great on somebody else and like crud on you. So next what I'm going to do is bronzer. So I'm going to pull in this Kylie Jenner bronzer in the shade Tequila Tan. And I'm going to take this is my favorite bronzer brush. This is the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill JH02. And if you can get your hands on this brush, I highly recommend it. It is superb. And I'm just going to take this. I like it because it's very nice and thin and dome shaped at the top. And what I'll do is I'll start at the corner and like come like right up to the edge of my eye basically. So, and always blend your brush upward because you don't want to bring your bronzer further down, if that makes sense. And what I always do, because it's a lot of the times you don't have a perfect match, is I take just a little bit of bronzer and I like follow your jawline, and mine goes down and straight over, and just tilt my head and get right underneath that jawline and kind of blend that foundation in, like to further blend the foundation with a little bit of defining shadow. So that way, I don't know, it looks better. I don't know, I feel like on me it looks better. I could be talking out my butt, but I really do like it. Next, I'm just going to take my brush with just a little bit on it again and circle, starting at my like temporal lobe and moving like not to the very center, like leave a gap, but like right here. So just blend it. I always blend my bronzer upwards, not downwards. And if you blend your bronzer into your hairline, it's just going to look more natural, in my opinion. Oh, I found a whole bunch of headbands that I had forgotten I had. And I feel like filming videos, I feel like if my hair is back, you can better see my makeup and all of that. So kind of want to start wearing them, like according to what I'm wearing and what I'm filming and things like that. And then again, just following your jawline. You don't want to change the shape of your jaw because then it can be noticeable, and I don't know, I learned that from Scott Barnes on Tati's channel, so you should go check that video out. Next, I'm going to take blush, and I'm going to take it on my e.l.f. This is the Always Rosy, and I feel like it fit because it's clear on top. A primer infused blush, excuse me, and I do really, really like this blush. I like the formula, and I figured it'd go along perfect, and plus it was the pink theme because like you can see right through it, and it's just pulling your blush down. So highlight here, I'm already wearing it, but I'll like demonstrate what I would do for you. I'm gonna clean my brush though so I don't add any more. So what I did was I focused right in this pink area, and like I blended, and then I did more, and blended, probably did that about 2 or 3 times, and then I took this brush right here, which is the JH07 brush, and it's a bigger, like, less brush, and I use this to highlight the center of my face, my forehead, my nose, and then my chin right here. Maybe sometimes my cupid bow, but oftentimes I'll go back in and re-hit that after I apply my foundation. And then for brows, what I figured would work is this. This is the Goof Proof Brow Pencil from Benefit, and it's got pink writing on it, so I figured, hey, it works. And I personally like thicker brow pencils because I feel like I've got thick enough brows. I don't need, like, if you had sparse brows, I would understand why you would want a smaller, like, applicator, but I really like these if you've got, like, thicker full brows. What I do is I go just right here along the bottom, kept going, and I give it a point, and then I fill up, like, right here, right on the, like, arch of my brow, and then fill down, and then I'll come in and then fill the front part however much I wish. So the line, the center, fill it down, and then the inner corner. And then I always have to set my brows. It's just a step that I am always doing now. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel, and I'll just sweep everything up, and then sweep everything, like the top of everything, over. So again, just sweep everything up, and then just everything over. Just so that way I've got that nice brow looking shape. It's how I do it, at least. And now I'm going to finish off my eyes, I'm going to finish off my eyes. I'm going to use this Kathleen Lights and ColourPop pigment. This is in the shade, the Scales, and I figured this would look perfect on my inner corner. So I'm going to use my JH42 brush, and I'm going to dip straight in, and I'm also going to, says shake me baby, you see. I'm going to spray it with my Too Faced mattifying setting spray, and I'm going to pop that in my inner corner, but I gotta have a smaller mirror so I can see. I kind of, it's alright. It's not what I was expecting, though. I wish it was just a wee bit lighter for this eye look. Maybe I should pull in the Maiden, because I did buy all 12. Ooh, I should rank my Kathleen Lights pigments. I think that would be a fun video to film. Okay. So I do like this. It is just a smidge lighter than the eyeshadow that is all over my eyes. But I do think I either want to take Pillow Talk from here, or I'm just going to take Pillow Talk from here because I could have brought in the other palette. And just dab that like right in the center, right on top. Okay, I like it. I like it. Okay, now, you're not supposed to see this yet because I don't have it, but this is in my haul. This is the Fenty Beauty Liner, and I got mine in the shade Fly Pencil Longwear in the shade Chia Problem, and it is like this corally pink, and I didn't have a pink eyeliner, so I figured, and then this one kind of pulls more corally, but if you wear it with pink or purple, it does pull more pink. You can only roll it up. You can't roll it back down, which is kind of frustrating. I feel like they should fix that in their packaging department, but it is nice. It goes on pigmented and easily. And then for mascara, what other pink mascara is well known in this community? It is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and I cannot talk to you while I do this or I will get mascara everywhere. So I will be right back. Did speak up and say I was going to do lashes, so here goes nothing. I do have pink lashes. These are the Sephora Collection lashes in the shade Cheers. So I feel like it's very fitting of the holiday season. I've never worn this style from them before, but I have worn other, like I got a set of 4 lashes for the price of 2.5, I think. So I figured these would be the perfect lashes to wear. And they do come like up and down rather than side to side, so that's something to note. My tweezers are pink. My lash glue is just black. I'm sorry. But I tried. I don't know how well this is gonna go, putting these on, because I'm doing it on camera. So we're just gonna give her a go. So first, I always take my lashes and loosen them up a little bit, get them nice and malleable so I can stick them to my eye. And I took the left eye. So we're going to... How's the shape of that? Okay, so I'm going to cut 1/4 off the front and 1/4 off the back. No, I'm just going to cut 1/4 off the back. Now once I have that fitted to my eye shape, I'm going to take my favorite eyeliner, and this is the Fenty Beauty Fly Liner. And I'm just going to do a very simple black line, just to hide my lashes. Okay, so very simple, not anything too crazy. Gonna poke them right in the middle. Right, very, very close to the tip. Gotta be careful not to get the glue on your lashes, though. I think I might need to go get another lash glue. I don't know who can do this without their glasses on, but I am not that person. Duo glue in dark. Gonna look down into my mirror, because when I learned how to do lashes, that's what she said. Go over my lashes and place them right in the center. Use my fingers, push it onto my lid. There we go. One lash on. So there's one lash. Now I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye, and I'll meet you back in just a second. I also want to use this thing from L'Oreal. This is the Lumi. The packaging is rolled gold, plus the powder is rolled gold. I have been in like a setting, like a hourglass ambient lighting setting powder kind of phase, and I'm trying to branching out and seeing what is like it, what isn't like it, if I can get like a cheaper alternative, because I do like my hourglass palette that I have. Set everything in. This stuff smells like peaches. It smells really good. I don't know if you guys like scents in your makeup, but it depends really on what the scent is and how fragrant it is for me personally. Like, I'm not just going to, doesn't particularly bother me, I don't particularly like it, if that makes sense. My lip gloss off, and then I'm going to put on this is the Makeup Forever lipstick in the number 105. It's the Artist Liquid Matte, and I'm going to use, a liner. I'm going to put some of this on the back of my hand and use a pencil brush to like line my lips with it. because I find this applicator isn't precise enough. So I'm going to zoom through this and we'll meet right back. Nude neutral lip. And very last, I'm going to put just a wee bit of Pillow Talk on my finger. Just it right there, and I believe that is all. I was going to do like a graphic look too, but this video is already long enough, so I figure I'll save that for later. And I think that is all for today. Don't forget I have a giveaway going on, so make sure to hit that subscribe button, because as soon as I hit 100 subscribers, I'm going to be posting a giveaway video, everything included, how to enter, so let your friends and family know, and I'll see y'all later.